Why women need more sex than men. Now, before we get started, I want to clarify that this is not a generalization. There are always exceptions to the rule, and there are plenty of men who need just as much sex as women, if not more. However, overall, there are a few biological and psychological factors that contribute to women having a higher sex drive than men. Factor 1. Hormones. One of the biggest factors that contributes to women's higher sex drive is their hormones. Women's hormones fluctuate throughout the month, and this can have a big impact on their libido. For example, during ovulation, when estrogen levels are high, women are more likely to be in the mood for sex. On the other hand, during menstruation, when progesterone levels are high, women are less likely to be in the mood for sex. Factor 2. Testosterone. Testosterone is another hormone that plays a role in sex drive. Both men and women produce testosterone, but men produce much more of it. Testosterone is responsible for many things, including muscle growth, bone density, and, of course, sex drive. So, while women do need testosterone to function sexually, they don't need as much of it as men do. Factor 3. Pregnancy. Pregnancy is another factor that can contribute to women's higher sex drive. During pregnancy, women's bodies produce a hormone called prolactin. Prolactin is responsible for milk production, but it can also increase sex drive. This is because prolactin stimulates the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure and reward. Factor 4. Breastfeeding. Breastfeeding is another factor that can increase women's sex drive. This is because breastfeeding releases oxytocin, a hormone that is often referred to as the love hormone. Oxytocin has a number of benefits, including promoting bonding and attachment, and it can also increase sexual arousal. Factor 5. Stress. Stress can have a negative impact on sex drive for both men and women. However, it seems to have a particularly negative impact on women's sex drive. This is because stress can lead to the release of cortisol, a hormone that can suppress sexual desire.